Hey, it's Cindy here, the Midlife Makeover Coach, and it's time for your Monday morning boost. And today I am looking at my own book, The Midlife Makeover Method, in a section where I talk about common thoughts that people have in midlife that keep them stuck. Okay, these keep them stuck. And so I want you to explore these and listen to these and see if you have ever had these thoughts, because I hear these from people in midlife all the time, all the time. So ask yourself, is this you? Have you ever said, it's too late for me? It's too late for me. So thinking that you're in midlife now, 40s, 50s, 60s, I don't care what age, whatever you call midlife, and you're not happy in some area of your life, or maybe in general, but you're thinking, it's too late for me. Well, if you think it's too late for you, you're not going to do anything, right? If you actually believe that. And believe me, that is a myth. It's not true. People do brand new things, turn their health around, start new businesses, take trips they've always wanted to take, get married again, do all kinds of things, adopt children, all kinds of things in midlife that they thought at one point maybe they couldn't do. So be careful with that one. Number two, I'm too old to change. I'm stuck in my ways. Okay. Have you ever said that? You're too old, you're stuck in your ways. Well, maybe you are stuck in your ways. And if you are stuck in any certain path that is, you are uncomfortable, you're unhappy, then yeah, you're going to have to do something different if you want your life to be different. It's not, a unicorn's not going to fly by and change your life for you. You're going to have to do it. But if you believe you're too old to do it, that'll stop you. What is too old? Too old for what? People run marathons in their 80s. I don't know what you're too old for. People start businesses, people change jobs, people make money, people travel all over the world. They do all kinds of things at all kinds of ages. So you can always learn something new if you're open to it, which is what coaching is for, quite frankly. So number three, it's someone else's fault. Ooh, that is very common. Do you blame other people for your life, for your own unhappiness? It's someone else's fault. Now, I understand other people show up in our relationships certain ways, and sometimes it can feel really hurtful, painful, disillusioning, unbelievable. We can't control how other people behave, for sure. And, we don't always know how people are going to act or react. But we can choose how we behave, right? How we respond to them, how we show up in our relationships. And we can take full responsibility for our lives, which is really super important. Anytime that you're pointing fingers at other people, it's their fault, it's their fault, it's this world conditions fault. Anytime you're doing that, you are taking the focus off of yourself and giving away your power. So it's very empowering to circle back around and say, okay, what's my responsibility here? What can I do in this situation so I do not feel miserable? So let that be your guiding light, okay? It's important to take responsibility for your life rather than just focusing on faulting others, blaming others. Number four, I've never done anything like this before. When I encourage people to try a new way to communicate, or to be willing to make a different decision, or to work on developing a new habit, they'll say to me, but I've never done this before. I've never done anything like this before. And again, as long as you're perfectly happy with your life, great, keep going. What you're doing is working. But if it's not working, you want to try new things. You've got to exercise some new muscles. And just because you've never tried something before doesn't mean it won't be a wonderful thing for you. You'd never ridden a bike before you rode a bike. You'd never driven a car before you first drove a car. You'd never tried sushi before you first tried sushi, or whatever, or gotten a passport and flown across the ocean, or whatever it is. You've never been married before you were married the first time. So it just because we haven't done something before doesn't mean it might not be a wonderful opportunity for us now. And then number five, which is my favorite, is when people say, oh, never mind, my life's not that bad. It's really not that bad. People are starving in undeveloped nations. There's a war going on. The environment's crappy. Someone so and so just died. Okay, so here we go. You can tell yourself it's not that bad, or whatever. And you can start comparing your life to people who are going through extremely difficult circumstances to make yourself feel better, if it will. But what I'm concerned about that is that you're denying your own reality when you do that. If you say it's not that bad, but yet you find yourself really unhappy, maybe depressed, maybe anxious, unhappy, stressed out, overwhelmed, whatever you're feeling, then it's important that you walk right into that and you go, okay, this isn't acceptable. Our natural state is to be in joy. We're here to enjoy life, to feel free, and to grow and experience life at its fullest. So just keep that in mind. It's when you say it's not that bad, and you talk yourself out of your own problems, then you're not dealing with them. You're avoiding them, and they're going to catch up to you in some other way. So I cannot encourage you enough to take these, if you're feeling or thinking any of those 5 thoughts, to look at them a different way and start looking at your life and how you want your life to be different in any certain area, and be willing to make change.